Not even gonna bother with an introduction because I have so many pet hates that I could go on about. So I figure otherwise this video will be really long. I'm just gonna get straight into it. My first pet hate is people who are so obnoxious and in love with themselves that for the whole conversation you have with them, all they do is just talk about themselves. And like, they won't listen to anything you say back. You try and have a normal conversation with them, which is usually pretty two-sided, like, you know, I tell a story, you tell a story, I talk about your story, you ask me a few questions, but no, these people just talk about themselves non-stop, and things you don't even care about, like their boyfriend and their relationship trouble, or their cat, or something so freaking annoying. And I know so many people who do it, and I think, do you just not realize like how stupid you sound? When I'm talking to someone and I think I'm talking about myself too much, I just stop, because I know some things people do not care about. So I think everyone, before they tell someone something, they should just think, will they care? Another thing that kind of annoys me that I've noticed that I do a lot and everyone else seems to do a lot, and I think is just really stupid, is saying on Facebook and text message. Like, I'm thinking, like, you can just backspace that. You don't need to just say in a perfectly good sentence. Like, I get text messaging is casual, but maybe it's too casual. My next pet hate is group work. I don't know why, but like at uni or even at school, when I found out I had to be in a group, I would shit bricks. I fucking hate working in groups because there's always that one person who doesn't do anything, and the other person who never has any ideas, and then the third person who does the whole assignment, which is always me. I just think, if I wanted to interact with people in my class, I would, and I don't need to be forced to work with them in a group situation, and it's not going to help me in a workplace. It's just going to make me hate everyone. The next thing, I'm a major road rager, and I cannot stand people who drive above or below the speed limit. Like, when I'm on a highway and I'm driving and someone overtakes me and I'm speeding, I literally can't describe to you the rage that I feel. I'm like, you're fucking speeding, asshole! And then when people are going really slow in front of you, like I'm talking like 40 kilometers in a 60 zone, I literally tailgate them. It is the most annoying thing ever. Like, do they not realize how slow and ignorant they look when they're driving on the roads? I think they literally deserve to have their car smashed in front of their eyes. I don't know. And this one here is basically a shout out to my parents who like to have really loud phone conversations when I'm trying to watch a TV show, and they literally don't move from the couch next to me. They'll just sit there and continue their phone conversation and then get off the phone and be like, oh, do you want to change the channel? Like, are you watching this? And another extremely strong pet hate of mine is this whole box gap like phase thing that's going around Instagram and Facebook at the moment. And you see girls who take photos of themselves and they're literally hyperextending their knees to the point that they push them out, so it looks like they have that like tiny little gap that they really don't have. And their knees, like, you can see they've pushed them in to make it look like you have a box gap, and then they hashtag it box gap. Like, what is a box gap and why is it so important? And I don't have a box gap, obviously, and I'm not like jealous of people who do, mainly because they flood Instagram with it. I could probably go on forever, but they are the ones that I came up with first, and I think the things that really annoy me most. And just by making this video, I've managed to put myself in a really grumpy mood. So I'm just gonna stop now, and maybe one week we can have a challenge of finding things that we like about others, which would probably be very hard. Okay, see you next week.